Look at me, I'm
Published 1633 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 15th of March 2018. Updated 1757 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 15th of March 2018. Jimmy Kimmel showed his contempt for Melania Trump's anti-bullying campaign this week by airing a parody PSA for her initiative. The late-night TV host hasn't held back from tackling political topics on his show, and on Wednesday night aired a joke ad promoting her efforts to curb cyberbullying, while juxtaposing them with her husband's own insulting tweets. Kimmel laughed as he introduced the video, and even suggested how the First Lady might better put a stop to cyberbullying. Scroll down for video cracking jokes. Jimmy Kimmel mocked Melania Trump for her anti-bullying campaign this week, calling the initiative ironic. Taking a stand, he aired a parody PSA in which the First Lady argues against cyberbullying for the sake of children. Meetings. She is planning to meet with representatives from Twitter, Facebook, Google, and others to lead the fight against online bullying. Melania's back and planning to meet with representatives from Twitter, Facebook, Google, and others to lead the fight against online bullying. Apparently the word irony doesn't translate from Slovenian, he said in his monologue. Kimmel offered a different way that Melania might stop bullying online, quipping, "All she has to do to fight cyberbullying is take a hammer to her husband's thumbs and phone." Melania Trump holding a summit to stop cyberbullying is like Camille Cosby calling a meeting with Benadryl to warn them that it's making people woozy, he cracked before turning back to the scheduled meeting. She wants to begin with a discussion of how the companies have been addressing this issue so far, and then swap clothes with one of the attendees and sneak out as one of the group, he said. Something amiss as kids' faces come on screen. They are juxtaposed with actual tweets by Donald Trump. Funny. Melania's fake voiceover says we need to protect kids, even if the little Marcos are lionheads. Apparently the word irony doesn't translate from Slovenian, Kimmel said in his monologue. Clever. Kimmel also joked, "All she has to do to fight cyberbullying is take a hammer to her husband's thumbs and phone." Discussion. The segment was in response to Melania's planned meeting with Google, Facebook, Twitter, and similar companies. Melania's very serious about this, he added. So much so, she just recorded this extremely emotional PSA. The PSA, a joke ad created by the show, begins with a video of Melania speaking to the camera, which has been dubbed with a voiceover of someone pretending to be the former model. "The president and I have witnessed firsthand the compassion and commitment of Americans," she says, "and as First Lady, I face many important issues, but none has touched my heart in more than the issue of cyberbullying and kindness online. It is important to set example for all children, whether they be little Marcos, lionheads, sleepy-eyed Chucks, low IQ crazy Mikas, or overrated Merrills." She goes on, "At home, this is not the first time that people have called it ironic that Melania would stand against bullying." The ad concluded with Melania saying, "If we don't treat each other well online, we are no better than fat little rocket man." Sounding off, her husband has taken to Twitter on several occasions to sling insults at Kim Jong-un's schoolyard taunts. He came up with the nickname Lionhead for Cruz during the campaign insults. He repeatedly said NBC's Meet the Press moderator Chuck Todd has sleepy eyes, a former friend. Last year, he insulted Miko Brzezinski, whom he was once friends with. Flashback. The tweets about Mika caused an uproar at the time Oscar winner. He has also disparaged members of Hollywood, including Meryl Streep. On the screen, video plays of children smiling at the camera, while Donald Trump's tweets, including Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Chuck Todd, Miko Brzezinski, and Meryl Streep, appear along the bottom. "If we don't treat each other well online, we are no better than fat little rocket mans," she adds, while a tweet about Kim Jong-un pops up. "May God bless you, even haters and the losers," she concludes, echoing her husband before adding, #sad. Kimmel is not the first to comment on the irony of Melania calling for an end to cyberbullying when her "Dear Melania, your husband is Donald Trump," tweeted MSNBC's Joy Reid after Melania's anti-bullying speech at the UN. Opponents, he picked the name Crooked Hillary for Hillary Clinton. Any disagreements? His insults are not limited to political opponents saying something doesn't make it true. He called one of the most successful plays ever on Broadway overrated. Time for this. He even hit out at Arnold Schwarzenegger last year. Melania's speech at the UN has to be a joke. Has to be. She cannot be serious. "Melanie, go home and give this speech to your husband," wrote New York Times columnist Charles M. Blow. Melania Trump condemned bullying at the UN today. She then looked at her husband, laughed, and said, "I'm just kidding," added actor Albert Brooks. After her meeting with Google and Facebook was announced this week, other Twitter users shared similar sentiments. "Local woman won't acknowledge the call is coming from inside the house," wrote one. "Melania has been appointed to be Secretary of Irony," quipped another.